Hey guys, I'm a fucking dragon here, and we're gonna talk a little bit about builds and stats today. So, let's get to it. Now, this game's very different at low level than it is from high level. It's actually kind of hard to build effective, at least effective single class metas at low level. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the apprentice first. Here's my apprentice. So we'll take a look at my gear first of all. Pretty good staff here. It's giving me increased flame tower damage. I think my helmet does too. All these other ones are fairly standard. This is a legendary. Now this is a really good legendary. It gives me almost 20% increase to projectile tower range. Projectile tower range is extremely important for soloing because your standard wizard's tower range is not that great. And the problem is that, especially at low level, those towers will become easily overwhelmed by spear throwing fucking asshole goblin slash orc dudes. So you need to get them that need to get your towers that boost in range so they can blow the orcs up before they get close. If you don't have any range boost, I would recommend staying away from flame towers in the beginning. At low levels, you want to spec into probably ice and stone. So if you look at my spec now, I'm 28 in fire, 14 in freeze. The reason I did that specifically is this is around the level and freeze starts to taper out for the percentage. So I felt like this was a good stopping point. Dump the rest into fire to give myself a pretty good chance of my fire tower shooting off 2 fireballs instead of 1. The other option is to go 14, 14, and 14. However, I don't really like the earth knockup. I think it's good in certain situations, but especially when paired with fireball towers, it will cause some of your fireballs to miss sometimes. So I'd rather just have the earth shaker hit for straight up damage. I feel like that's the better way to go. So generally at low levels, you just want to kind of support as a mage. Don't use fucking fire towers at low levels if you don't have the spec for it. It's basically just a waste of mana. These guys are good because they, out of the door, have pretty good range. So I'd recommend using those at first, possibly paired with ice towers. Because ice towers as well have really good range out of the door. And ice towers are a really good support tower, and they can be used to buff other people's builds. So, low levels, until you get some range buffs, stick with these two. And that is my suggestion. Once you get some range buffs, fire tower is amazing. And I mean, if you have to use fire tower at low level, don't even bother putting one out unless you're going to upgrade it to at least 3 or 4, which is a huge mana. Which I don't think you can even do that at low level, so never mind. There's no way you should ever use it. Don't use it. Just stay away from it till you get some stat boosts, till you get some levels. Use these two. So that is the mage at low level. Is basically kind of a helper rather than a primary tower builder. Now what you can do at low level, which is extremely effective, is these guys. Use Monk if you want to be a builder, and use the Electric Aura. The Electric Aura is great if put in choke points. Monsters don't attack it, so you don't have to worry about it dying, and it will just deal damage to them as they walk over it. Now a really good combination with that is Huntress, either you or your friend if you have one. Set out these little babies, these geysers. Because what these do is not only do they knock the guy up and slow them inside the field, making them take more damage, but they also put an aura or a status on them called wet or soaked. And while the creature is soaked, they will take much more damage in the electric field as well as be stunned for a second. So as the creatures are walking through, you want a few of these in their path. They'll get hit, pop up, hit the ground, get zapped a bunch, and probably die. And if you really want to make those badass, you can pull out your support wizard, stick one of these babies down. Now they're slowly going through there, getting popped up, getting zapped, and just totally getting fucked. Just messed up. This is great. I love this combo. It takes 3 classes to do it, but I would say it's worth it. And you have 3 cards in your hero deck, so that means you can have up to 3 classes stored in there to switch between. So, there you go. Dream team right there. Very few monsters can easily get past this combination, even when your stats aren't great. It's a bit of a mana investment, but like I said, placed strategically, this can basically shut down a lane. The only thing that might give you some problems is an ogre. For an ogre, just add the Earth Shatter. Here you go. If you know an ogre's covering, just put down oops. Fuck you, towers. You're not needed anymore. Earth Shatter. Bam. Now the ogre will take a beating as he's coming through, although this will have to be upgraded to, you know, be effective. So there you go. Nice little combo for you at low level. Stay away from those fire towers. Like I said, this is a really good thing to use if you can level up a monk and a mage and a huntress. Stick that baby down and you'll have no problems. If you have any other suggestions for low level play, tell me what you think. This is Dragon signing out.